Oh, yeah. Freak out. Yeah, I'm looking right into the video scope, And this is Macho Man, #1 Macho Man impersonator, past, present, future, yeah. And I'm here to tell you, you are watching 49er Minded with Bashar. Yeah, the cream of the crop. Dig it?
49er mind is it's not just a thought process, but a way of life. 49er mind. 49er mind. Can't shake it. It's 49er mind that I got. It's 49er shine that I got. My psyche's on another Frisco Super Bowl. Don't sit slow, cause here we go with a super show. A written go session. About a ready go to session. With some well-controlled expressions. Let's talk about that win that we got. Who should have been in the spot? That's how it's been in the spot. Let's roll that back, all that crack, all that straight fumble sack. Or just dial it on up if you wanna talk smack. It don't matter what the storyline, as long as the story aligns with a 49er mind. 49er minded. It's not just a thought process, 49er minded, but a way of life. For sure. 49er minded. Way of life. 49er minded.
What is up, everybody? It's a Victory Sunday on 49er Minded. Welcome to 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. Got to welcome my guest, John V. from the Locker Room Rant. How you doing, bro?
What's up, family? Good to see you, bro.
Doing awesome, man. Hey, excellent win. We steamrolled the Arizona Cardinals. It's a lot of fun when you do that. You don't have to stress. You don't have to trip off of anything. Let's say we got some chatters here, obviously, but waiting patiently. We got Raphael. What's up? Says good evening, John, Bashar, John V, and everyone else. What up, Brandon from Forever Faithful Podcast? How you doing? What up, Kenny? He says number one defense. Becky's here. She said 49er Minded. Happy Sunday. How you doing? What's Raphael saying? He says, Bashar, are we heading to the game? I wish I was going, unless it's a last minute thing. Who knows? I'm not gonna, shut out the possibility of going, but nothing set in stone. That's for sure. So, are you going to the game, John?
Yeah, I'll be the first one there.
There you go. Coming all the way from Ohio is John V.
Man, I wish, bro. It's the business, man. I'm just tied up. But I'd be the first one there, man. I really would be. Man, I don't know. If I play my cards right, I might disappear, show up. Hang out with the faithful.
As we speak, I'm trying to share out this video to people because I literally got out last minute. I didn't have much time to prepare and pre-production and all that. But we're going to get started with the first half recapping the game in just a moment. It's hey, we expected to beat this team. It wasn't that trap game environment or trap game feeling that we had in Las Vegas against the Raiders, which pretty much sucked. But at the end of the day, it was kind of a good test for a team too, especially that we got a rookie quarterback and we showed that we can come back from a deficit. So, it's a little nicer when you can sit back and relax and watch a Niner game.
Yeah, boy.
And we have 49ers Throwback here in the chat. What's up, 49ers Throwback? How you doing? Great supporter of the channel. Kenny says Purdy has made Kittle a superstar again. Excellent red zone. That's a great point. I mean, Kittle, when the season was starting, especially the first half of the season, and what we've seen over the years, we'll be watching our Niners, and while we watch our Niners, they'll just constantly flash highlights from around the NFL, right? And lo and behold, what do we see when the Kansas City highlights come on? Travis Kelce touchdown. It'll be, you get the big plays, but more often than not, you'd get the Travis Kelce red zone type touchdown. So, how are you feeling about the Kittle's new presence in the red zone?
I love it, man. Today was awesome, bro. And it was just 12 yards to take it, man. And I loved it. The only thing was Bosa, bro. But I'll wait and we'll cover Bosa later on. But man, Georgie looks amazing right now, man. And I'm pumped for this, man. I'm so pumped right now, bro. Listen. When this game ended, I thought to myself, how did we get here? How did we get here? How did any of this come of it? It has been incredible. to start out 3-4 and to end the season 13-4, just incredible, man. Absolutely incredible.
So my boy Kenny in the chat, if for those of you that remember on the Rombo days, he always used to call in and say 13-3 because we got Jimmy G. I don't know if you remember that, John V, back in the Rombo days. I'm not sure if you
do.
Okay, you do remember that.
Bro.
Kenny started that, the dude right here. And and today we were typing around in our little 49er chat, little different slogans or whatever. The one I came up with was 13-4, let's win one for Frank Gore or something something cheesy like that. We got to do something. We got to find a way, some type of motivation for this Niner team to get number 6. I mean, it's going to be interesting, this playoff run. Melissa is here. What up, Melissa? Melissa Rebelle, if I'm saying that right. She says, what's up, JV and Bash, all the way in New Jersey. We're out here, man. It's late. We appreciate all of you guys here. I'm in John V's all the way on the East Coast. And, I appreciate everybody who's here last minute. I've been sharing away on my little phone just to get the word out about this stream. And we're going to get into the first half recap of the game. It was a great crowd at Levi's Stadium as always. And, it was a lot of fun when we can win in front of our home crowd. And we're going to have another home game coming right up, and against Seattle on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. They dropped the time. I forgot what time it was going to be. I put out on my Twitter, actually. I'll tell you.
I think it's 4:20. 4:25 or 4:20 East Coast.
4:30 Eastern time. Yeah, 4:30 Eastern. So 1:30 basically Pacific time, depending on where you live. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, Seattle is just this bitter rivalry that we have. I mean, it's we had that one game where freaking Greenlaw made that game-saving tackle, and
my God,
so the NFC. I don't want to remind you about the NFC Championship game, right?
I still think of that that goal line stand where he made, and it gives me goosebumps, bro. I mean, it's just and I know that a lot of the chatters right now never forgot when Seattle was throwing trash and hitting Bowman with just garbage when he was carted away.
Like, that was terrible. That was terrible.
I mean, that right there, bro. It makes. This is why I want Seattle. I wanted Seattle over Green Bay. I just did, bro. I just feel like we're the more dominant run team in this regard. Look at Elijah Mitchell. Look at Elijah Mitchell, bro. Two significant times this season, he's missed an extended amount of time, and he comes back without even missing a beat, bro. Like 11 yards of carry today, bro, are insane. Just
the moment I saw Elijah Mitchell in his little practice training clips, it was just 1 or 2 clips of him running around, but I was like, okay, the guy can still run around like he never got hurt in the first place. So I don't think he's going to do too bad when it comes to game time, or when it's go time.
It's going to be Bash. It's going to be at Levi's, bro. Nah, man. This is going to be special. The faithful are going to show out. Oh my God, they're going to show out. I cannot wait to see this. Cannot wait to see this. A Saturday game, bro. It's going to be amazing.
So let's get started with the first half, the rundown, what happened in the first half, like the highlights, so to speak. So it didn't start off too good. Let's just say that. Second play of the game, Arizona has the ball at the 23-yard line. David Blau, the quarterback, tosses it back to one of the wide receivers, and then it gets tossed back to David Blau. David Blau's wide open, has all the time in the world, freaking lofts it, airs it out deep on the left sideline to A.J. Green. And, I see the ball up in the air. I see Diamador Lenore right there in front of the receiver, A.J. Green, and, lurking behind, I see Tayshaun Gibson. And did you see this play live when it happened, John?
Yeah.
Oh, man, dude. I was like, okay, cool. Well, we're in this. They're going to make a play on the ball. But lo and behold, A.J. Green freaking, does what basketball players do and just out muscles and then out jumps Lenore in this situation, takes it to the house for a huge touchdown. So right off the bat, we're down 7-0. What's going through your mind, John?
Well, yeah, listen, bro. When he scored that touchdown and they missed the field goal, bro, I was like, my coworkers were like, John, they missed the field goal. I was like, I don't give a damn about the field goal. I don't give a damn about the field goal. Lenore just got burnt in midair. Like, look, here's the thing. Game after game, bust out quarterbacks are going over the top on us. Only this time, this wasn't Hufunga's fault, and you can't blame Hufunga for this one, bro. Okay? There's no busted coverage from Hufunga all game. This was just a matchup that asshole Cliff schemed up for Lenore. Bro, he put AJ Green, a dinosaur amongst men, in perfect position to make that play. This is perfect. And it would work, bro. It would figure. The moment they started that trick play, I'm like, oh no. Oh God, don't you. Oh my God, damn it. Bro, I was freaking out. I was so pissed.
They decided to act like the Harlem Globetrotters against us. So, they didn't care. They didn't respect us at all in that play, and we paid for it. We got some new people jumping in here. So Joey Mahoney's here. It's go time, says John V. Fucking Lenore's trash. He hates Lenore. What up, Danielle? Danielle's here, says, hey guys. Who else is in here? Charlie Tuna, good friend of mine. Says Giamador Lenore's a liability, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little scary going to the playoffs with that guy. I'll tell you that much. I don't want to rag on the guy because everybody else is ragging on him kind of for me. I just want him to find a way to get better. At one point in time, I think it was kind of the third quarter, maybe fourth quarter, I saw Janoris Jenkins out there. I was like, who's the dude with the long ass hair? I thought it was Jason Verrett for a split second. It was number 22, and I realized it was Jenkins. So I don't know. I hope it's not going to be easy pickings for teams to exploit that matchup in the playoffs. So that'll be pretty scary. But let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and talk about the rest of the game, actually the rest of the first half. So, Arizona went up on us 7-0. Later in the game, we had the ball. Purdy has the ball at the 34-yard. Basically, Purdy gets the ball, takes a snap, throws the ball to the 34-yard line where Kyle Juszczyk is in the middle of the field. We snapped the ball at the 34-yard line. Juszczyk gets it at the 40, and then he takes it all the way to the opposite 40-yard line, the 49ers 40-yard line, for a gain of 25. He just rumbles and stumbles in the middle of the field. Great play by Juszczyk, kind of like a tight end type play for a fullback. Soon after, Purdy takes a snap, and nobody's open, I guess, and he scrambles to the left-hand side of the field for a good 10 yards. Further later, it's third and 4 at the 19-yard line. Then Purdy just throws a screen pass to CMC, gets excellent blocking. Touchdown 49ers. We're up 7-6 because on the first touchdown, Arizona missed a field goal. They missed an extra point. So, yeah, man, really, really nice usage of the short passing game, but just let your runners, your playmakers make plays. And CMC, what can I say, man? Another touchdown for him.
Bro, this was perfect to see CMC used this way, bro. Like, in addition to Mitchell, like I don't know, like this is gonna create conflict for coordinators. Like, they're gonna be mashed potatoes, applesauce, bro. Like, it's just we have too many opportunities, too many options. So I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this, bro. I at this point, who are you gonna stop? Bash, who are you going to stop? We're going to run the ball down Pete Carroll's throat, bro. This is it.
Somebody just tried to call me, and I'm going to tell him I'm trying to do the show right now. It's kind of like Ghostbusters. You're like, who are you going to stop? But it's like, instead of who you going to call Ghostbusters, it's literally who you're going to stop on the Niners. And we just got Deebo Samuel back. We just got Deebo. A lot of people forgetting about Deebo, and we're putting up points without Deebo. Now we got Deebo back. Now we got Elijah Mitchell back. You got CMC, Kittle's scoring touchdowns now. Ayuk's being used properly. It's, just a second. Let me text this guy. Let him know I'm not able to talk right now. Just let him know what's up.
What's up, Danielle? I see you, family.
Yeah, she's here. We got some new people that hopped in. What up, Darwin? Darwin Gonzalez says, I don't think we have ever been 6-0 in the division. Best was 5-1. We might have. Somebody would have to research that. If you guys research it and bring up the stat later, go ahead. I'll bring it up on the screen. David McDiner is here. He says, we plucked and stuffed them red chickens. Well, we're about to stuff some other birds this coming Saturday, the sea chickens. So it's going to be a lot of fun. What up, Corey Davis? He's here. He says, hello, 49er. My name is John V. Check out Corey Davis's YouTube channel. He does the NFL picks on his channel. We got Andy Land 27 says, keep this hot train going. Hey, man, it's 10 in a row. 10 in a row, guys. That's what our win streak is. We got to continue this streak, though. The streak can't end. It's got to keep going and going. So I'm pumped. I don't know about you, John.
I'm stoked, man. I got a question for you, though, Bash. If the Giants game versus Philly ended differently, would you have preferred the 1 seed over the 2nd seed, or are you content with the 2nd seed?
I'm a 1 seed kind of guy. I always want that first round bye. The less games, the better. But we're gonna have to find a way to battle it out the old-fashioned way, I guess. In the wild card. So it is what it is. Kenny
Call
says,
me crazy.
Go ahead.
Call me crazy, but I believe that this team competes best when everything's stacked against us. In regards to the fact that we're the 2nd seed, it's not like we're clawing our way from a wild card spot, right? Like this is we got the 2nd seed, bro.
We clinched super early, yeah.
We clinched super early, right? So I'm comfortable here. I'm comfortable here. This team has been through worse. I'm comfortable here, bro. Call me crazy.
Well, hey, there's been plenty of seasons where we did have the first round bye and home field advantage, or whatever you want to call it, and we didn't come out on top. So let's just say that. So hey,
I understand.
We never won one from the wild card round, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe we did once. I'm not sure, but somebody else wants to look that up. Go ahead. Kenny says everyone was balling today. No joke. We have so many weapons. It's not even funny. Our offense is better than our defense. So, hey, our offense is pretty much telling our defense, like, hey, we're no slouches either. I mean, the defense the run defense is just amazing. I just think it's that one little hiccup with Lenore that we have. But even though we may give up hella passing yards statistically, if you look up our passing yards in comparison to the rest of the teams in the league, this team, sure, we may give up certain yards, but are they going to score on us? We're still not giving up the points. We're still first in the league in points. So hey, put up 1,000 yards on us. Guess what? You're only going to score 14 points. Try to beat us.
I think the problem is that the guys that are putting up the yards are bust out. Like, I'm not good with a Stidham and a Blau and a what the hell was his name?
Another scrub.
What the hell was his name, dude?
What team?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Who, Mariota?
Regardless. No, Mariota was just Mariota was the only guy that I could at least give praise and respect to. The rest of these clowns were awful. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter. I think it was Washington. Was it Washington?
Washington and Heineke. I mean, yeah, he was throwing for a little bit here and there.
Yeah, because Heineke exposed us. I think Heineke was the first one to go over the top on the recent streak.
On the recent streak, yeah.
On the recent streak, right? So it's just that's kind of what bothers me. It's these quarterbacks. It became a habit. It was like it's a thing. Like, you're gonna open the game against the 49ers, and you're gonna hit them. You're gonna hit them long. You're just gonna go over the top, and wherever the chips fall, they fall, right? And teams were successful in doing that to us, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Lenore is definitely he's definitely. I don't want to say he's a problem, because I don't think he's an entirely problem. I think he's a liability, but I don't think he's a problem. Same with Huff. Huff, not a problem. It was a liability because there was a bust in coverage and he would bite. I just think that, like, we gotta be chill, bro. We gotta polish this up. Like, we cannot allow them to go over the top on us. If Seattle comes into Levi's and starts just, throwing up bombs, I'm not good with that. I'm not good with it.
Neither would I. What up, Nighthawk? He'd be a legend in these YouTube streets. Great to have you on here in the chat. Charlie Tuna says, every time I see Pete Carroll chomping his gum, pacing around, high-fiving everyone, I want to tiger punch his goof. Same here. I don't know if I could fathom or stomach another game of seeing, that just the way he walks and he has that stupid strut. It's like, dude, you're not 18 years old, man. Stop. We hate it.
Probably needs a hip.
What's that?
He probably needs a hip.
Who knows, man? Well, let's just hope that we're going to see him when he's on the sidelines on Saturday, pouting, yelling, and screaming, cussing, doing whatever, and doing everything but looking happy on the sidelines and pumping his fists up with his stupid bubble gum. This dumbass looking bubblegum face that we can't stand. Though the Truth 05 is here. What's up, bro? It says, as long as we get pressure on the QB, our secondary will be fine. That's a fact. I mean, we definitely need that pressure. Pressure wasn't too bad today. Was way better than it was last week. And I don't want to sound like somebody that complains about the reps, but it looks like a few people were held last week and flags weren't thrown. Early in the game today, there was a flag thrown when they held Bosa, so that was a good sign. So hopefully that becomes a trend. I don't know.
Bosa didn't get that team. He didn't beat Alden's record, bro. And that just pissed me off, bro. You know, like this team was depleted. I thought for sure he could get that. He could get the sacks that he needed to get the record, but he got one today. But it wasn't enough.
I'm going to do a little bit of the recap of the first half, and I'm going to get to these guys in the chat, and we might have some other people hopping on. So just stay quiet, stay patient with that. So where did we left off? We left off with the CMC touchdown, obviously. The next drive, Arizona has the ball at the 13-yard line, and David Blau turns into himself, gets picked off by Tyshawn Gibson, who's having a really, really nice season, by the way. Excellent pickup. He picks it off at the 30-yard line, brings it to the 20. Next thing you know, we get the ball at the 5-yard line. Elijah Mitchell punches it in, 14-6, touchdown 49ers. Soon after, Arizona had their way with us for a little bit, and Corey Clement brought it to the 1-yard line and punched it in for a touchdown, and it was I believe it was 14-13 at that point. Later, Brandon Ayuk catches the ball at the Arizona 35, pretty to Ayuk, and he takes it to the middle of the field, the SF 45. So Ayuk was making plays, which was really nice. So the 49ers marched down the field right before the half, clock winding down, 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line. Brock Purdy takes a snap, boom, corner of the end zone, George Kittle, 21-13 halftime, baby. Let's go. Niners, Purdy got off to a little bit of a slower start, just a little bit. Had a little rough edge, passes here and there, but eventually he started to warm up, and it was really nice.
He didn't throw the damn ball away twice.
Yeah, he took the big sack right on that one. That was in the second half. Yeah,
both. He was chased down on both, and it pissed me off. Throw it away, bro. I kept
usually he does.
Not that anybody gives a damn what I'm saying.
Usually he does.
He does. I don't know what happened today, bro. I don't know why he was holding on to it.
So Nighthawk, who's a hawk himself, says he wants to cook up some Seahawks. You gonna put some buffalo wing sauce on those Seahawks? What are you gonna do, man? Darwin says, imagine if Willis and Bowman were from this era, defense would be even on a more unstoppable level. Hey, man, I love Bowman and Willis, but I also love what these current linebackers do. I don't know about you, John.
I'm happy with it. I think we got the greatest linebacking core in the league right now, bro. I mean,
I definitely agree.
I could see Greenlaw's absence today, if that makes any sense. I could see it. Muted.
Speaking of, I was muted myself. That was smart. Speaking of Law, did you see Kinlaw out there today? Because I did.
Yeah.
I saw him get moved around in the first half a bit on some run plays, and it didn't look good.
I didn't really want him out there today. I thought maybe they would just rest him, just keep him out. There was no real need for him out there today. But whatever, keep him fresh. Do what you got to do. As long as his knee doesn't flare up, I don't give a damn. I'm always paranoid about that knee, bro.
Yeah, that's the same knee that he says that was swelling up on flights and stuff like that. So. Hopefully this time, we're not flying out this weekend, thank God, but wherever we travel to, possibly in the future, assuming we beat Seattle, hopefully that knee doesn't swell up. What I'm telling you, Sayal, she's here. She says, "What's good, faithful?" Good to buddy me on from back in the day. Where Roski says Niners versus Seattle on the refs. I hope not, but hey, we'll beat the refs too. Fuck them. Fuck those bitch ass.
Dude, they're always the problem, bro. The refs come with the Seahawks, bro. They fly in, bro. They fly in. What's up, Tanya? Good to see you.
Oh, yeah. So who else we got here? We got T Breezy. That is Trez from TNT over in the ATL. I really, really appreciate it. You're all the way on the East Coast because I hate playing division opponents. in the playoffs. They know you too well. Makes for a tough game, especially Pete the Cheat. Love the new look, Bashar. I'm not sure what new look you're speaking of. Maybe you're talking about the overlays I have right here with the Super Bowl trophy and the helmet. Thank you, appreciate it. I'm gonna make some newer overlays too. I gotta make some new ones, and I've been lazy, so my bad. I'll catch up with that. Let's go ahead and since we recapped the first half, let's go ahead and jump right to the third quarter. And let's see. Oh, Mahoney says we don't travel, Bash, unless we play Philly. That's correct. You got that right. Oh yeah, but right before I recap the half, Mahoney had Joey had a little comment here. He said they said on the broadcast that if we held the Cardinals to under 31 points, no team in the Super Bowl era has ever held their opponents to 200 points. Oh, under 200 points. Okay, it's only been done since the 2000 Ravens. Interesting. Wow. Baltimore Ravens. They had an amazing defense that year. They racked up a whole lot more sacks than we did. Our defense was pretty awesome this year. Pass defense wasn't so great, and we didn't really rack up big sack numbers. But other than that, I mean, bend but don't break. Like I said, you still can't score on us.
No, man, we've been getting compared to that 2000 Ravens team quite a bit in the last 9 games. Pretty crazy, bro. But the sacks do not match up. No way. But I mean, hey, I'll take it. That's a compliment. Any which way you cut it.
As long as we get the sacks in the playoffs, or it doesn't always have to be a sack, just as long as it's the pressure, right?
Yeah, pressures, bro. I mean, just just get in there, man, and make them uncomfortable. I'm good with it. I love a sack as much as the next guy, but if you're causing mistakes, bro, and the pressures are there, not going to get a complaint out of me. Not at all.
This is the song I want to hear ringing in my head when I'm watching the game. Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. David Bowie and Queen, Under Pressure. That's the sample for Vanilla Ice, Ice Baby, for those of you young bucks that don't know the original one. Darwin Gonzalez says Geno Smith won't do anything. Kenny says they're going to throw on Lenore big time. Metcalf and Lockhart are still fire. Yeah, we played it. We did a pretty good job against them last time, though. I mean, Moody did an amazing job on Metcalf. So, we'll see. We'll see how we do it. What up, Aaron, for 49ers First Takes? Check out his YouTube channel. He says, "Quick check. I'm actually in bed." Okay, so we're gonna put this guy to sleep. Apparently, we're boring. I don't know. It's just big.
What's up, Aaron? Good to see you, bro.
He's all the way in upstate New York. So here we go.
He's on my side of the country, bro.
There you go. So it's 21-13 at halftime. Early in the third quarter, Brock Purdy. This is what you were talking about earlier. Brock Purdy took an enormous sack and lost about 17 yards. And then the next play, freaking, we handed off to CMC. The hole on the left side of the field was just gigantic. I mean, either me or you could have gotten at least. I could have probably gotten like 7 yards. Maybe you would have gotten like 13 yards, but CMC picked up 18 yards on that play. Got us the first down. Pretty awesome. Further down, it was 2nd and 10 on the 43-yard line. Elijah Mitchell just exploded. Right sideline burst, takes it up all the way down to the 5-yard line, 37-yard run. Awesome. Soon after, first and goal at the 5-yard line, Elijah Mitchell runs it in for a 5-yard touchdown to the left, baby, 28-13. Yeah, it's really fun seeing our running backs getting involved. And now, sure, Jordan Mason's look good, but now we actually have a capable 1,000-yard rusher to back up CMC, or to use to spell CMC from time to time coming up in the playoffs. And that's a luxury right there.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. So,
bro.
Oh, the chat's amazing. Yeah, we're gonna get you guys involved. Don't worry, we're gonna get you. Seahawks Eddie's here. Oh, okay. So snap. So what's up, 49er Mind? Hey, we're playing you guys again. Three's a charm. So we'll see what happens this Saturday. And Andy Land says, hopefully there won't be any weather issues on Saturday. I don't know what the forecast is, but for those of you guys who don't live in the Bay Area or Northern California, the rain has been ridiculous up here. We're getting these heavy storms. Today was good. It didn't rain during the game. So good question. Let's see what the 10-day weather forecast looks like. The weather forecast for Santa Clara. I'm curious. I'm going to pull it up right now. And I am curious because, hey, it might rain. Never know. But even if it does rain, I'm not even worried. I just think the better team will come out on top. Unless it's, I don't think it could ever be as bad as the rain was against Chicago. That was easily the worst rain I've ever seen for a 49er game or for an NFL game, period. Especially when it came to that fourth quarter.
I saw some TikToks, I think, of people in the Bay Area Bro, when Tanya said that the water was ridiculous, in my mind, it was not what I saw on TikTok. This girl was driving. Bro, it was stupid deep. I've never seen flooding like that in my life. And apparently neither is the Bay Area.
Yeah, the flooding was
Holy
really bad in Sacramento, parts of the Bay Area. Yeah, it got really bad over here in the Sacramento area where somebody actually lost their lives from being flooded inside their cars. So it was not pretty. Where I live, it was okay. I'm about 30 minutes from Sacramento. Where I live, it's okay. But we still got plenty of rain, but it was really, really bad in certain areas. So yeah, prayers to anybody who had to deal with all that and still possibly dealing with it. It's not fun. Niner Gang Wolfcast is here. What up, Wolf? How you doing? Shout out to you, bro. Wolf? Hey, by the way, 78% chance of rain on Santa Clara, according to weather.com. So unless it changes, it doesn't say showers, it just says rain. So it could be light. It could be light rain, though. It rained today, actually, earlier in the day, but it didn't affect the game. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Actually, last time at Levi's, it rained. When we beat Seattle, it was raining in that game. It rained on and off.
It's always going to rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, it's always going to rain when we play Seattle. It's never going to be fair weather conditions. It's going the universe is going to make it as slippery as possible, right? It's always Seattle brings the fucking rain with them. With them. They're like, rain is part of their normal day.
Yeah, exactly. They live in the rain.
They do, bro.
Here comes the rain again. Warowski says the weather for Saturday will be real purdy. I hope so. Yeah. Nighthawk says he says I cook Seahawks with barbecue sauce. Okay. And Mahoney's got a question for you. He says, John V, did you want to face Seattle or Green Bay? Great question.
Seattle. I wanted to play Seattle, bro. Green Bay was on a streak, man. They were winning games, 5 straight or something like that. 6 straight, 5 games. Aaron Rodgers is still better than Geno Smith. Okay, fam. So let's not get that twisted, because if these bust out quarterbacks from the bottom of the depth chart can expose our secondary, what would Aaron Rodgers do? You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers scares me to death. But Seattle has no run defense, and we got Mitchell back, and he looks like he hasn't missed a beat, guys. The guy has missed significant time, and he doesn't show it. So with the addition of CMC, it's not going to be easy for Seattle. So I'm confident. I'm very confident, Joe. I really wanted Seattle, man. We know that team. I mean, we know the Packers too, right? We know the Packers too. But Christian Watson was settling in to his role in Green Bay. Romeo Doubs is a good receiver. They still have like Tanyan over there. They've got Lazard. They've got 2 good running backs. They got a pretty good secondary. I just think that we just match up better against Seattle. I truly believe that.
I think so too. Even though it's one of those division type games, I do get that it's not always fun playing your division type teams, but I just think we dominate them in so many different categories. And who are they, like you said earlier, who are they going to stop? I mean, on offense when we have the ball. Who's here? So I saw a new person here. I don't recognize this person, but welcome to the chat, Conrad. How you doing? Go Niners. And Kenny says no team can beat this defense. We got the number 1 defense. And yeah, Christian Watson's my guy. I wanted us to draft Christian Watson. I wanted to pair him up with Trey Lance. Make no mistake about that. They were college teammates. I think Christian Watson's an excellent talent, and people were ragging on him early in the season and saying he sucked. And I was like, oh, just wait till he gets the hang of it. And looking pretty good so far. So sucks that he's on Green Bay, but hey, man, he's a good player. And Low the Truth 05, great point. Gino fears Bosa. I truly think he does. And great question, Mahoney. Where is Landlord? If you're watching right now, we need you to pop up in the chat. You were great on the post game last time when you called in. That was awesome. It was just one of the funnier calls on this show. You were there when he called about the Raiders. He's like, I hate the fucking Raiders or whatever. All right, so we're gonna go to the second half recap. So at halftime, we were up 28-13 at the half, and then lo and behold, actually, you know what? Was this the half? Okay, no. 2013, the third quarter. And soon after the Elijah Mitchell touchdown happened, David Blau drops back to pass at the 45, and freaking Tayshaun Gibson picks him off. Typically picks him off at the SF 45. No, picks him off at the Arizona 45, brings it to the SF 35. We have the ball at the 35-yard line, close to the red zone. 10 minutes into the third quarter, we run a screen pass to Debo. It's a Debo Samuel sighting. He gets the ball to the 18-yard line for 27, for about 18 yards right there. And it looked like we were going to score a touchdown, but Robbie Gould kicked it in. A little later in the third quarter, 4 minutes left of the third quarter, Blau scrambles to the left, and Jordan Willis runs him down. Jordan Willis has been looking really nice the last few games. And, he basically tackles Blau. Blau fumbles. Awesome. And then later, Purdy has the ball at the 20-yard line, 3rd and 2, 2 minutes left, and finds Kittle over the middle at that, throws it to him, and Kittle takes it to the 5-yard line. Soon after, 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line, 1 minute left. Then Purdy drops back, play action to Kittle, right corner of the end zone. It's touchdown 49ers, 38-13. Kittle had 2 touchdowns today. Awesome for him. And a lot of guys hit some good milestones in terms of the stat book, the stat line. And 38-13, 10 wins in a row. Purdy has like multiple games now with 2 touchdowns. Freaking, Kittle's getting all kinds of touchdowns. Brandon Ayuk got 1,000 yards. It's a lot of fun, man. We're primed for these playoffs, man.
15 for 20, 3 touchdowns. Purdy started off the game a little suspect, bro, but he cleaned it up. And I was a little scared. I'd be honest with you. I was a little nervous at the beginning of the game. 14-13. I wasn't crazy about the score. I felt like they shouldn't have scored a singular point in this game, but I get it. They're pros. They're bound to put up points. I just felt like the points that they put up could have been avoided. I totally respect anyone that comes to me and says, John, this is a professional team. They are going to score points. Fact of the matter is, they didn't kick any field goals. It was very possible to shut this team out. It was within the realm of possibility to shut this team out. We just didn't do that.
I totally agree with you. I'm going to pull up the stat line I can pull up the stat line for the game really quick, and then later I'll pump up the stats for the regular season for this Niner team, because they did a lot of good things. And what do we have going for today? So Brock Purdy, great game today. He got off to a little bit of a slow start, but bounced back, 15 for 20, 178 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Did take some sacks. There were some lapses in the O-line. J.J. Watt's last game, and he got his share of sacks, which was kind of annoying, but I wanted Bosa to get the sacks. I think he got 1. So he got 18
Mike's
and a half.
Terrified of him.
Yeah. McGlinchey looked pretty good in the previous games, the previous 2 games. In this game, he did not look good at times. Elijah Mitchell, 5 carries for 55 yards, longest run, 37. Wasn't a touchdown, but it set him up for a touchdown. He had two touchdowns on the day. Christian McCaffrey, 10 runs for 45 yards. Not a bad day at the office. And what was great was we actually split up the carries. Jordan Mason had 8 carries for 28 yards. TDP, 8 carries for 27 yards. So all the running backs look good. We have an amazing, set of running backs in this NFL, man. I mean, you can talk about the Cleveland Browns, but I love our versatility of the running back position. And it's great when you actually see them get the ball.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, over here in Ohio, yes, does Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt make a hell of a tandem? They do, but it's really more Chubb than it's Hunt anyway. So that being said, San Francisco has, even going back to the Harbaugh era, like we had a stable of running backs. You remember? I mean, we had 4 great running backs. That being said, San Francisco is in a great position right now with Elijah Mitchell back. So, that's where I agree with Tanya. I'm 100% confident in this 49er team against Seattle. I am 100% confident. And it's just because I know that this run game is dominant. It's tough. And that's essentially where this team is going to excel, is the run game. The run game's going to be the biggest beneficial in this entire matchup. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
we have the best run defense, and now we have arguably had the best running game going into the playoffs. That's how I look at it. I know the Eagles got Jalen Hurts running the ball as a quarterback and whatever. Werowski says, I only fear the refs. Again, Werowski,
Me too. He's not wrong, man. He's 100%. I agree.
Yeah, for those who want to chime in, I dropped the link, and we'll be doing it. We'll play it by ear in terms of who we take, and we'll take them. We'll come as they come and go. So let me go back and recap the stat line for the game. So I left off with the running backs, and Brandon Ayuk had 4 catches and 59 yards. He had one play where he dove. The ball was a little off the mark, and Ayuk was open on the left side of the field. And had he caught it, well, first of all, he had to dive to catch it, and it hit the ground. And I get it. Had he caught it, it would have been an amazing catch. Later, he made up for 4 catches for 59 yards. 22 yards was his longest catch. He was targeted 5 times, so not bad. CMC, always a deadly receiver out of the backfield. 3 catches, 34 yards, 1 touchdown. George Kittle, 4 catches, 29 yards. He got his 2 touchdowns. Kittle's just been awesome in the red zone. Juszczyk had that one for 26 yards. Debo had 2 catches, not bad. So we do have. Oh, we got a caller here, and let me just see something really quick. We got Corey Davis here. What is up, Corey? How you doing, man?
What's up, Corey?
I can't hear you properly. What up, Corey? Great to hear you. We want to make sure we can hear you better, though.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I hear you.
Oh, I'll ask a question. What about, they saying that you never could beat a team 3 times? It's been rarely done. In the 1950s, it happened. And in 2001, the Dallas Cowboys did it.
They're saying statistically that usually teams have the advantage when they have to play the team 3 times. The winning team usually has the advantage. So in this case, I totally think we have the matchup advantage. I'm not worried about that. I'm not. I don't, hey, it's a division rival, division opponent. I get it. Pete Carroll this, Pete Carroll that. But we've added more weapons to this team recently. Yeah. And we got more soldiers in this game than we did last time we played Seattle. I'm truly not worried about it.
Yeah, and because they say like we went last year against the Rams.
We messed that one up though. We messed that Rams game up though. We weren't. I don't think we were overmatched. How about you, John? What did you think about that Rams game in the NFC Championship?
No, I think it was just a typical Niners Rams game, with the exception that when the ball was in our hands and we needed to make that drive downfield to tie up the game, to give Robbie Gould at least a chance to put us at least to tie it up. It was an unfortunate circumstance when Jim turned over the damn ball. But I think that Rams game, I think it went just the way it should have. It was Super Bowl implications on the line, right? Like this was an NFC Championship game. And for the most part, we play the Rams so well that it just that was Jimmy, right? That being said, look at it, playing a rival in the division right now. To me, is a bit comforting. Okay, just because of the same, we are familiar. We know you well. Okay, and that's where we have an advantage because we've seen every which way we can play them, no matter what dimension of football they want to bring. We are there to combat that, so to speak, right? So the only thing that I feel like we need to change versus Seattle is we need to put a spy on
Geno Smith?
On Geno. We need a spy on Geno, right? We cannot let him extend drives with his legs. That's where the drives we can't allow that. So there's an adjustment that needs to be made, in my opinion. But Corey, I'm with you, man. I don't know. Are you, Corey? Are you nervous? Are you buying into that, or does it not bother you at all?
No, I'm not nervous about that because I know. I was on my show arguing with this guy. I said, "This is totally different." I said, "I'm not scared of Geno Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scared of him. I'm not worried about him. I think we can handle him. Now,
That's
I'll be
good.
worried a little bit about Aaron Rodgers,
Me too. Me too.
but
I
not
agree
too
with you
much.
100%. I agree with you 100%. 100%. But listen, there's Tyler Lockett is the only other receiver on this squad that concerns me. DK, Moody's got him, man. I'm not worried. Moody's got him. I'm not worried about it.
I'm not worried about DK.
It's Tyler Lockett. He's shifty. And if there's anyone that's going to expose Huff, it's going to be Tyler Lockett.
Well, I was
That's
what was that, Corey?
That Nick Bosa got his record today.
Yeah, he fell short. He fell short.
bummer, man.
But get this though, I'd rather have him get his sacks in the playoffs when it matters and get us number 6 than any regular season record. At the end of the day, regular season records are regular season records. They don't mean all that much to me in the grand scheme of things. Perk Dog is here. What's up, Perk Dog? How you doing, bro?
What's up,
Great to
Perk?
have
Good
you
to
on.
see you, fam.
49ers throwbacks. What's up, bro? He says, I watched the taped NFC championship many times. What's up, man? He says, we lost the game because Jimmy plays bad. He never plays good in the playoffs. He has 4 touchdowns to 6 interceptions in his career playoff run. He just falters in the playoffs. He chokes in big moments. And you can call me a hater all you want, but go back and watch the film for yourself and then look me face to face and tell me Jimmy plays good in the playoffs.
That's facts. I mean, the proof's in the pudding.
Exactly.
We might be the first team ever. If we make it all the way there, I know it's one game at a time. But we go to the Super Bowl and win it with Purdy, it'll be the first rookie ever, first rookie ever win a Super Bowl for rookie quarterback.
Insane. Such an amazing storyline to be had. But I just, Corey, as much as I love those stories, I agree with you, man. One game at a time. It's just a one game at a time. I never try to get myself overwhelmed moving too far ahead, right? So yeah, man. I hear you, brother. It's one game at a time for us, no doubt. But what a story, man. What a story, brother. Oh my God. That's like that's a movie. That's a movie.
Assuming it happens, we'll see. I don't want to look too far ahead, but that'd be amazing if it happened.
It would be incredible.
And so Low the Truth 05 says, I'm glad we got Purdy into the playoffs instead of Jimmy. Purdy sees the field way better. I think he sees the field a little bit better, and I just think he doesn't get as nervous and jittery. Usually he throws the ball away in those pressure type situations. We didn't see him do it early today, and he took some big sacks, but in general, he's not the guy that's going to be taking the big sacks, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
And Joey says, don't be surprised if you see Ambry Thomas come in. If he comes in, he better be ready. That's all I got to say. Kenny says, I don't think we will lose, but our pass rush needs to seriously come through for us in this game. We need to see Ibukam step up. We need to see Drake Jackson step up. We need to see our Eric Armstead step up. Yeah, Ty McGill got a sack today. Good for him, man. D-tackle. Did you guys see that play? Ty McGill?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, man.
Did you?
Go ahead, Corey.
I like that pass, that little short pass to Mitchell, and he took it.
That was really nice. That was really nice. It actually counted as a run because it was a lateral pass.
Oh.
It was lateral, but it looked like a pass when you're watching the game. It counted as a run. But either way, great for Mitchell. Again, we haven't seen Mitchell in how many weeks? I forgot. He got hurt when he came back, and then boom, he's healthy and fine now. We have him primed and ready for the playoffs. To pair him with CMC. I'm going to throw up some stat lines. So we had 3 quarterbacks play for us this regular season. Obviously, Trey Lance, Jimmy G, and Brock Purdy. So if all 3 of them were morphed into one quarterback, our quarterbacks as a collective effort threw for 4,049 yards, 30 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and they took 31 sacks. So not bad, and a 102 quarterback rating. So in general, all 3 of the quarterbacks, especially Purdy's looking really nice. Is finishing off the season very strong. his singular stat lines: 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season, 107.3 quarterback rating, 67%, 1,374 yards. So keep up the good work, Brock. We're going to need it in the playoffs.
That's so good, bro. That's crazy. Those numbers are crazy. Oh
Bash.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, Corey. We got some more callers coming in, but great having you on. Okay, Corey. Anything else you want to say before you bounce?
Go 49ers and pluck them chickens.
Bang bang night again. Right, take care, man.
Take
all right,
care,
we got Kenny from all the way up in the North Pacific Northwest. I need you to say, what do we got, Kenny?
We got that number 1 defense, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. We can barely see. It's really dark. Do you have a light that you can turn on, perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can. Yeah, I know. He's gonna turn on his little light. And let me see. What's up, Shardal's in the chat? What's up, Shardal? SG Sports Talk. Anthony Fajardo is here. Welcome to the channel. He says, "Do you see the Seahawks stopping our running game?" Do I see the Seahawks stopping our running game? No, I do not. Kenny, what do you think about that question? Do you see the Seahawks stopping our running game?
No, I don't see any team stopping our running game, dude. We have Juice, we have CMC, we got Debo, Mitchell, Mason. I mean, there's too many weapons, dude. There's too many weapons on our team for defense to focus on one guy. Put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. And that goes for any team in the league, I think. I mean, see, first it was just CMC balling, but then little by little we saw Jordan Mason stepping up. And today we saw TDP looking good. But hey, seeing Elijah Mitchell, I mean, that's a 1,000-yard capable runner right there, man. I love it.
Insane.
Dude, the biggest thing I'm happy about is our red zone issues are gone, dude. We're no longer kicking field goals. We're making touchdowns. And, man, we've been waiting for this for so long. You know what I mean? The entire fan base. Like,
hey, show off your helmet, your hard hat, man. You got a 49er hard hat going? I remember those from the Candlestick days. I love those, man. Man. You're a big running back guy, so I know this is probably like since I've known you, Kenny, it's been a few years now. This is probably the most dynamic and explosive backfield that we've had as a 49er. And this is coming from when we had the Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman duo, remember? And we had Breida. I like this set of running backs right now with their potential even more. How about you?
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you right now, dude. I think the CMC trade is going to go down in 49er history as the best trade we've ever done. Serious.
It may.
Yeah.
I mean,
ever since he's gotten on this team, dude, we have been balling, dude. That dude is amazing, and I just wish that they would share the field. You know what I mean? Don't they push him like a racehorse sometimes? And man, if he gets hurt, dude, what are we gonna do?
Don't think about it, Kenny.
If he gets hurt, man. I don't want to get hurt, obviously, but hey, Elijah Mitchell isn't CMC, but he's a pretty damn good replacement. So
yeah, I think Shanahan trusts Elijah Mitchell more than any other back behind CMC, and that's why when he's healthy, it's a no-brainer, dude. You're gonna have to deal with the dual threat, and then when that dual threat gets tired, we're gonna throw this guy in there, and he's even worse. You know what I mean? It's like they ain't gonna be able to
power, Kenny. You can see the power behind Mitchell, right? The way that he runs through defenses.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, 6.5 yards a carry is not difficult for him.
No,
it's not difficult for him, and it's entirely possible against Seattle's run defense. He should be able to carry that ball at least 6.5 yards a carry. Anything better than that's just a bonus, right?
Yep.
So that's just Mitchell. The difference between Mitchell and McCaffrey, it's the versatility of McCaffrey, but the power, dude. I don't know, man. I missed it. And when he comes in after these long stints of missing games, it's his gameplay does not fall off. The dude comes in and just boom. I mean, you can't help but get pumped up thinking about it. He's so powerful, bro, and fast.
Yeah. Dude, Mitchell, McCaffrey, and Mason, all three of those running backs right there, they find holes like they're the best in the NFL at finding holes on that defensive line, dude. You could just see it. Every little open spot they get to. Some running backs, they'll run right into the back of their own players, you know what I mean? Because they can't see holes, or they'll run into that wall and not be able to get through. Our running backs don't have that problem. They don't have that problem.
Yeah, but
That's
the
why they have
O-line
so many
also,
yards.
you know, you got to credit the O-line, dude. They're providing those gaps, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're putting you in position to bite. You just got to hit it and go before it's not there anymore.
Dude,
so
every player on our offense blocks for us, dude.
yeah,
Everyone.
I mean, to be successful in this system, you must be able to block, period.
If you're a wide receiver and you can't block, you're gonna have a hard time getting on the field in Shanahan's offense.
Yeah,
that's one thing our team's really good at is blocking, dude. There's no question about our blocking. But yeah, Tyler Lockett, dude, and DK Metcalf are our only worries. That's it.
Yeah, we did a really nice job against them in general though last time. So hopefully, we just keep up that good work on them.
Dude, if our pass rush could just keep pressure, they ain't gonna be able to do none of them throws. So
Lola Trudeau 5 dropped it in the chat. He says Samson Ibukam got a sack as well. Forgot about that. SG Sports Talk channel. I've been dropping the link for the StreamYard. It's there. I don't know if you see it. I've been dropping it multiple times if somebody else wants to copy and paste it. I don't know why you don't see it. I keep dropping it. He says he's trying to call in, but
didn't Willis get a sack too?
Yeah, Jordan Willis. I'm not sure if he got a sack, but I know he definitely forced a fumble. Ty McGill got a sack, which was really nice. I'll check the stat line right now in terms of who got a sack and who didn't. Willis got a sack too. Yep, Willis did get a sack.
Yeah, I like Willis. Besides Bosa, I like Willis the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Willis is coming along. He's coming along, man. He's doing a really, really nice job. And don't forget, it wasn't a sack, but he's the guy who blocked the punt in Green Bay in the snow to lead to that Talanoa Hufanga touchdown too in the playoffs. Yeah. So, Fable, what up, Fable JBC says, Happy New Year, guys. Great to have you on the chat, bro. He says Mason runs physical like Mitchell, but he runs taller than Mitchell. Yeah, it's a different style of runner. People were calling him Marshawn Lynch or something like that. A little baby Marshawn Lynch. So Warowski says a good pass rush will stop a deep pass. Definitely. You get those pass rushers going. And if somebody wants to copy and paste the link, I've been putting SG Sports Talk channel. Doesn't see my StreamYard link. I'm going to put it one more time. Somebody can copy and paste. I don't know why he doesn't see the link I keep putting. Yeah, no, awesome to have you on. Anything else you want to talk about in terms of I know obviously you love our defense, and obviously Rob Purdy's our quarterback. Kittle's being used now. Ayuk. Anything else you want to touch on with the Niners that we haven't talked about yet?
If Lenore becomes a problem, they need to have Ambry Thomas ready to come in right away.
Mm-hmm. And
it's the playoffs, and we can't afford to lose. It's one game. If you win, you win. If you lose, you go home. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a fact, man. I kind of prefer Jenkins over Ambry Thomas, but I mean, listen, teach their own. I'm curious to see what the chat thinks. Who hypothetically did they like better?
Yeah, I don't really have I don't really care either one. If Lenore's messing up that bad, then they need to have those guys ready to go. You know what I mean? That's the biggest weakness on our defense. And then going into a playoff game, man, you got to be ready. So that's about all I got, though, man.
Yeah. Hopefully they prime Jenkins and Ambry Thomas and get them ready just in case we may have to throw Lenore in there. Eric Crocker, who's a former cornerback from the Arena League, and he was on the New York Jets practice squad. He's a podcaster as well. He was saying that the 49ers might have to do something about and switch up with this whole Lenore thing and put somebody else in there if this continues. And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And on the offense, man, I think our offense is set and ready to go. I think they're set and ready to go. And the only weakness I see on our offense is our offensive line. Today we let Purdy get sacked 4 times, you know what I mean? But it didn't really matter. It didn't phase him at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, J.J. Watt, was his very last game, an amazing player. We could have actually drafted him over Aldon Smith and had the luxury of his amazing Hall of Fame career, but we didn't go that route, and we all know what happened with Aldon Smith. But, J.J. Watt was looking to do something today, and so it is what it is. But I don't see us giving up that many sacks against other teams. I really don't.
Yeah, but other than that, we're going to steamroll these teams, dude.
Let's go. Bang, bang, Niner game.
Kenny.
Yeah. Good talking to you guys, man.
Well, great talking to you, man. Thank you for coming on, man.
Always.
Number one defense.
Number one defense, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, that was Kenny. I know some other people are trying to get on if they want the link. That's it. We got room for a few more people to call. Let me catch up with some people in the chat. JJ Watt was on a mission today. Yes, Borowski, you definitely got it right. He said, I'm also on Lenore. Hey, I want Lenore to succeed, but they got to have a plan B if he's getting roasted and toasted and some, if we assuming we beat Seattle or in the Seattle game, who knows what happens, and it becomes a major problem. But this defense to me is just too good. They're the epitome of a bend don't break defense. Like I said, they may give up passing yards. They're like run of the middle in terms of the NFL in terms of giving up passing yards, but we don't give up the crazy points either though. We're the best in the league at giving up points, so and give up the least points it is. J.R. Meadows is here. He says 49ers 38, Seahawks 12. Okay, there you go. Good, nice little
split prediction already. I like that, bro.
And Anthony Fajardo says we have everything in place to go to the Super Bowl. But if we don't, it's our fault. Yeah, I think we're just like last year in the NFC Championship game. We beat ourselves, right? Sure. I don't want us to see us do that again, but I think if we falter, that's probably going to be the reason. Don't you think so?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I agree with that statement 100. Absolutely. It's on us. Everything was in place last season, Bash. Everything was in place last season to make another run. And while we're on this subject, I saw, or they showed George Kittle at the end of the Super Bowl in 2019 when he was saying over and over again, I will be back. I will be back with a vengeance. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. He's like, I think he said, I'll be back with a fucking vengeance. And
he might have said fucking vengeance, but I was thinking,
okay, fuck it. In 2020, we got it in the bag. And then lo and behold, the whole team got hurt and we didn't make it back in 2020. It sucked.
We did not make it back in 2020. Last season ended with Jimmy shitting his pants. So, it's very simple. Like, this is it. Like, this is your opportunity to win these games. Next week, win. That's the only thing that matters right now is Seattle. Because, yes, the implications are gigantic. These teams are going to come at us. They're going to give us their best. And I'm convinced, bro. I'm convinced that San Francisco can do this. But it would be our own fault if we couldn't.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, Corey Lindsey, you are somebody completely different. Okay, cool. Because one time I saw you on here, I wasn't sure if that was Corey Davis's second screen name, but I know you hopped in here. Welcome to the chat. I've seen you on here before, actually. Happy New Year, guys. We have the Seattle Seahawks, Niners. We will beat them 3 times in a row. Love you guys. Go Niners. We love you too. Thank you for your support.
Hey, Corey. Appreciate you, fam.
Yeah, Corey Lindsey, welcome to the chat. Facts Over Feelings podcast. I think I know who this is. This is my boy right here. My boy Trey area. Been on the channel before. I'd love to have you back on, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's Trey. Hosts his own podcast called Facts Over Feelings. Huge Niner fan, season ticket holder. Says Seacox. Seacox about to get the ass whooped. Quest for 6 continues on Saturday. Let's fucking go. Let's do this, man. I'm dropping F-bombs. I'm cursing. I'm swearing. I don't care. Facts Over Feelings also says.
I like the name of that, bro.
Oh, yeah. I love the name. Says Lenore got tested heavy in the playoffs. He's going to get tested heavy in the playoffs. We're going to see if he can hold his own when the bright lights are on. Can't wait. Yeah, and we're gonna see if Purdy can hold his own too. That the playoffs are a whole different animal, different season. And I'm gonna read 1 or 2 more comments, and we're gonna get our next little caller in just a second. We see you waiting patiently. Anthony says we have everything in place, and we are at home. No time for excuses. Borowski says everything was in place last year except the clutch quarterback. Exactly. Purdy's got more of a clutch 100%. Gene in him. He's got more of the fighting clutch, NFL quarterback gene in him, and we love it. We love watching it, and let's see what Purdy can do. We got Niner Joe. I don't see you there. There you are. You're kind of there. What's up? You hear me? You ready? I don't know. I think he's still setting up. You need a little more time, or you want me to meet you? Hey, when you hit that stream thing, you got to be ready to go, man. So I think he still said, let me just mute him really quick until. Hey, Joe, you hear us? Yo, you kind of had a little. There you are. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Man, you scared me for a little bit. Looked like you weren't listening to us.
I was trying to get my headphones on.
Okay. I see that Talanoa Hufanga. I see the Talanoa Hufanga jersey in the background. What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Great to come off of a blowout victory. Hey, from what I understand, no serious injuries. I didn't see the injury report. I don't know if there was one, but
right.
looks like we came out unscathed and people got their reps. The younger players got in there, TDP, Jordan Mason, some other players. So Josh Johnson was out there.
Josh Johnson was out there. Didn't do much, but he was out there.
He didn't throw. I don't think he threw a pass. I think he just handed the ball off.
Well, I mean, we were up by so much at that point.
Where's this? I want to see this Joey Mahoney energy going to the playoffs, man. You got to pump us up and get us excited for the Seattle game.
You gotta wait and see, man. Facebook, I go live, baby. But yeah, man. My concerns going into the playoffs, as you know, is Lenore, man. I mean, I got no faith in him. I have no trust in Lenore. He gets roasted every week. He looks very bad. Second play of the game, gets burned for a touchdown. I mean, I feel like my grandmother could have went out there and played better defense than him. I mean, I'm being dead serious. This guy sucks, bro. Like I
know you're week after week you're ragging on him.
Does he really suck though, Joe? Like so bad, bro.
He's bad.
I mean,
bro.
Did he give up any more? Did he give up anything else?
I don't know, but just the little bit that I've seen, I don't like what I'm seeing, and I feel like it's gonna if it comes back and costs us later, like in the playoffs. I'm gonna be pissed because this guy should be replaced. Like I feel like if it's like a Witherspoon thing where he gets burned, I think he should be replaced immediately.
Okay, let's put this in the perspective real quick, bro. You got AJ Green, dude, 6'19", right? Guy's tall, right? That matchup, Lenore was in the right place. I mean, he tried to make a play on the ball. No. I mean, honestly, he just got.
Yeah, but he didn't even jump at the right time though. Go back and rewatch that play. He jumped hella early.
But he was in the right place. My point is this: like, let's say
he was playing catch up. He was playing.
I think AJ Green could have probably jumped over him. The guy was he's just longer, bro. He's just a longer receiver.
My point is that he got burned by a guy who's close to fucking 35 years old. What's gonna happen when he's going up against Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf? Like he's gonna get roasted, bro. Go back in the pack in the Raider game.
How did he do against Devontae? How did Lenore do? How did he do versus Devontae? Be honest.
He got burned.
Just a little bit.
He got burned.
All game he got burned.
He got burned, bro, a few times. Not once, but a few times, bro. I mean,
Devontae's one of the best to do it, right? Easily top 5. It's a hard ask to have Lenore come in here and cover Devontae. Now, remember, Lenore wasn't even. There was a point in the season where D'Amico addressed at a presser when asked about Ambry Thomas and Diamador Lenore. D'Amico said they're just not there yet.
Right.
All right. And he was answering about both, right? So respectfully, I'm thinking to myself, all right, they're not ready yet. And then Lenore pulls out, just comes out, and here he is, week in, week out. And listen, is he a liability? To some extent, but he's not terrible. He's not terrible. It's not Josh Norman terrible. I mean, Ambry Thomas.
Ambry Thomas,
bro.
I don't know. We don't know what we have,
bro.
I would feel more comfortable with Ambry Thomas. I'm going to be honest with you.
Or what about Womack?
I'd be more confident with Womack. Anyone but.
What about Jenkins? What about Jenkins?
I'd be more confident with Jenkins. I feel like Lenore is like the Jimmy G of our defense, bro. Like,
oh my god,
like he's that bad, bro. Like he's bad.
He could have his moments.
Well,
he could have his moments.
One moment in a playoff game is all it takes.
Yeah, but we can say the same about Huff, and you love Huff.
I love Huff.
You love Huff.
Let me catch up to some chatter comments really quick. Just a second, guys, because we got a new guy in here with a crazy screen name. I can't forget about this guy. First thing he said was, well, first of all, his name's I'm an asshole. I'm not an asshole, but he says he's an asshole. Or maybe if you think I'm an asshole, he says the Seattle. He says the C lettuce C cuts. Get it right, guys. LOL. Oh, this guy's on something. Man. And then he said, who was Lenore replacing? Oh, very good question. And he says Patricia Mahomes is going to get one and done with the Chiefs.
Hey, Bash. Hey, Bash.
ahead.
Though I gotta correct you though. Behind me, it's not a Hufanga jersey, bro. That's a Danny Gray jersey, bro.
Well, well, that's the other jersey you got. I see 29 as well, though. Yeah, I see both. Oh, you got your Danny Gray jersey.
Did get his
Yeah,
Danny
right
Gray
here.
jersey.
Right
He was
there.
out.
Dude, I knew that Joe would get it in every damn color. He'd get it in black, white, red, purple. I was happy. I was happy for both of you guys, but you, Joe, I was happy for you when we drafted Gray, for sure.
The other guy that I wanted was Tyreek Woolen, the corner.
Tyreek, I'm so mad that the damn Seahawks picked that guy up. He's like arguably the next Richard Sherman. That guy.
That's what they keep
Fucking
saying, man.
6'4" and 220 pounds. Runs a 4.25 40. Get out of here.
You don't remember me talking about him?
I don't pre-draft. No, I don't know how that went over my. You must have mentioned him only one time to me or to somebody else, and maybe it wasn't me because once you said 4.25 40, 6'4", 220, I'd be like, wow, who's this guy? I got to look him up.
Yeah, I was. You know what is I was in a lot of those spaces on Twitter, as you know, and I think I said it in there. I just assumed that you.
I probably wasn't there.
You probably weren't there, but I was having a conversation with Wally earlier, and he's like, "Man, you were right about Woolen," and I was like, "Yeah, man. I mean, I wanted him, but at least we got."
You're right about Ayuk, though. You said that we should get Ayuk, and we got Ayuk, right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, Bosa.
Ayuk.
Bosa, man. Bosa's a beast.
Andy Land is saying playing cornerback against top receivers in the NFL is one of the toughest positions to play. I agree. And somebody in the chat was saying he got mossed. Yeah, you're right, Fable. He did. But Perk Dog says that Lenore got pushed to the back, and last week
wasn't a push in the back though.
Adams did.
He did extend
his hands, but it wasn't excessive enough to get a flag. It wasn't excessive enough.
He barely put his hands on the back. I want to hear that. He put his hands on the back of his jersey and he jumped over him. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, Lenore sucks. It's just what it is.
Perk Dog says Adams didn't make the catch. He'll be in good position, but he gets fucked. Well, he's got to find a way to make a play now. Now, as Joey says, it's go time.
It's go time, baby.
This time in the playoffs, especially if it's a close game, like we can't have it where these star receivers make plays on us. We gotta start making the plays on them.
That's right. It's go time, man. This is where you make your money, man.
Let me see what's up to Dan Castillo. He's in the chat. Says, "What's up, guys? Glad I made it for the live. Let's go." I know I feel bad because sometimes you're busy with your family and kids and not able to watch live all the time. So I appreciate having you on here.
That's my boy Dan.
He says he pushed, bro. You sound like a hater.
He did not push. I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, I'm just keeping it real, man. That's all it is, man.
Hey, all right. Well, hopefully we don't see more of this Lenore craziness.
What was your what do you have any information on Banks? Do you know if he's going to play in the playoffs?
Nothing official, but it sounded like they're pretty much going to have him rested for the playoffs. I mean, I'll be shocked if he doesn't play in the first game.
Yeah,
but no official word just yet.
Yeah,
what about Greenlaw? That's what I'm worried about. Greenlaw's back. Like
Greenlaw. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these guys are going to be ready, especially the back injury.
Like, have they said anything? Have they specifically announced
they said
what his injury was in the back, where it was? I'm curious because I might have missed it.
I have to look it up.
I remember there was a report though, John, that said that Greenlaw and Banks should be ready to go for the playoffs, but that was last week. So I'm not sure if he's going to be back.
Yeah, I think I saw that too. I saw that too, but I'm more concerned where in the back he was injured. You know what I'm saying?
Your
like
back
low back
is like,
can be.
You only get one of those.
Right.
You only get one of those.
That's what I'm worried about.
As men that we work all our whole lives.
Well, we also have Jalen Hurd his back injury.
Yeah, once your back goes out, man, there ain't no getting another one. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, look at D Ford. D Ford's back led to his toe, led to his finger, led to his neck, led to his ass. The dude had one back injury led to multiple injuries all over the body. Remember that?
Yep, I sure do. Unfortunately,
What's up, Gina? Good to see you, fam.
Yep.
Where's Gina? I don't see her. Oh, there she is. What up, Gina, from repping the Beta Productions? Says, what's up? Great to see Gina on here. And there's a call-in link for those who do want to call in. We had a few other people calling. What's up, Joey?
what was your take on Brendel? Because there was one play where he
I
kind
saw
of like
that.
snapped the ball before Purdy was ready. So I just hope that doesn't become an issue.
I
in the
bit my
playoffs.
tongue on that play. I mean, every now and then, offensive linemen are going to have little hiccups in the game, and it has nothing to do with anybody overpowering them. I played on the line. Every now and then, as an offensive lineman, or even when I play D line, like it sucks, but you're not disciplined at that point in time, especially on defense. You may jump. I did it more when I was on defense, where you just jump you go offsides because of the cadence. The quarterback yells something loud, and it looked really silly when Brindle did that stupid half-ass snap and got us. At the end of the day, it was irrelevant. We blew them out. I think it was during the point in time where the game was close, though. I did bite my tongue. I was going to say something in the chat and talk smack about the kid, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Thank you, Kenny. Really, really appreciate it. It says hit that like and subscribe. I don't really self-plug myself enough on here, but 50% of my viewers, according to my YouTube analytical data, are not subscribed to this channel, maybe because they're watching whatever web browser, or they're not logged into their YouTube account. If you are logged into your YouTube account, please definitely hit the like button. Please subscribe. And we appreciate everybody that's in the chat. I see Niner by Nature up in. I know he's a big Trey Lance guy. I don't know why he says trade Trey Lance to the Celtics. That doesn't make sense. But we'll talk about Trey Lance now after our season. He's not playing right now. Dan Castillo says, I did not want to see Rodgers. I know we've been owning him, but I'm glad the Lions won.
Yeah, let me. Can I speak on that?
Go ahead.
Can I speak on? I was just gonna say that the kind of the same thing. Like one thing is I'm just like superstitious about certain things, and like one thing that we were saying last year was like, oh, it's the Rams, it's undefeated, and we're undefeated. The record was 0-6 versus the Rams, and we had won all these straight games in a row versus them, so we should beat them because we're so good against the Rams. And lo and behold, we don't beat them. And then, Rodgers is like, oh, well, we're 0-4 against Rodgers, and he never beats us in the playoffs. And they try to make all these, analogies like that Rodgers is this against the Niners. I don't like that comparison because I feel like it puts more pressure on the Niners. I don't know how you guys feel about that, about not necessarily like fans, but more so like media and just like the hype that people like, the added pressure that they try to put on the Niners. I hate that. What do you guys think about that?
I don't think it affects the locker room. I mean, I really don't think it affects the locker room. I'm not really too worried about it. But I'll say this: I didn't want to face. Who would I rather face at the end of the day? Would I rather face Geno Smith or Aaron Rodgers? That's what it boils down to me.
Hello.
I'd rather face Geno Smith. Duh. I mean, that's how it goes. Even though Aaron Rodgers isn't really panning out, but hey, he's a former Niner. Maybe he finally wants to stick it to us. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, and in regards to whether or not you have a winning record, whether you have a winning record versus the Rams, or whether you always knock Rodgers out, I'm with Niner. I agree. Niner by nature, I agree. Eventually it's going to catch up with you. If we're going to look at it from that regard, the record versus Seattle, the Niners, is lopsided, bro. Like they own us, bro. So at least we can't go into this saying, hey, we're 4-0, we're 5-0, we're 6-0 in the Shanahan era versus Seattle, blah blah blah. I'm just looking forward to a division rival, because I do believe that we match up better versus Seattle, and I think with the addition of CMC, getting Elijah Mitchell back, and Purdy process is so much better, so much faster. He sees the field better than Jimmy ever did. And when you have this many weapons on the field and you process the field in its entirety this way, and your progressions come to you almost naturally, the playbook, you've adjusted to the playbook in a very short amount of time. The kid's talented, and the measurables aren't, do I wish Purdy was 4 inches taller? Sure. But I don't even give a shit at this point. Like, the kid's mobile, the kid processes, and that's enough for us, because you know what? Niner fans in the last 10 games have never been able to say that they did not trust Brock Purdy.
Right.
True.
So
let me find this. Go ahead really quick. This dude in the chat says, I hope you guys come out of the NFC. Kevin H, welcome to the channel. Never seen you before, but I don't know who your team is, but welcome. Go ahead.
And I was just gonna say, yeah, man, just the watching Brock Purdy, man, it's so nice to see him, actually go through his progressions. Look to one receiver, look to the other, go back to the running back, find George Kittle. With Jimmy, we all know this as Niner fans. Like he's a one read guy, and the first read he's always going to throw the ball to. With Brock Purdy, it's not. He doesn't just throw the ball to the first option, right? Like he looks to his left, he looks to his right, he looks back down at the check down. Oh, wait, maybe someone's deep down the field that's wide open. You know what I mean? And then if that's not there, there's always the ability of maybe I could pick up 5 or 10 yards and pick up a first down. With Jimmy, he always stays in the pocket. With Jimmy, he would just give you sacks after sacks after sacks because he would never get outside the pocket. And then not only that, another thing that I know you always bring up, Bashar, is just in the red zone. The red zone is the biggest thing that I've noticed, right? And with Jimmy, you get in the red zone, and in my opinion, we got field goal after field goal after field goal.
It takes me back to the Harbaugh
field goal, right?
Harbaugh.
And so with Brock Purdy, man, every time we get in the red zone with Brock Purdy, and I know you were like the first person to really mention this to me, Bashar. And when we get in the red zone, it's almost like I almost feel like it's a guaranteed touchdown.
It's go time.
It's go time, baby. It's like it's touchdown time, baby. It's just like we don't kick field goals anymore in the red zone. It's just like
no,
we don't need to use Robbie Gould 20 times a game.
Right. That's beautiful.
Man, that's a fact. That's a fact. We can drive down the length of the field. We can burn 6-7 minutes off the clock and score. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We used to burn 4 minutes. And then kick a field goal, bro. All that for that. I used to say all that for that and just shake my head and disappoint.
How frustrating was that, John, to always get down there with Jimmy and then always have to settle for 3. And now you look at Brock Purdy and we get down there time after time after time again. And then not only that, like go back and look at the last 5 games that he started. He is actually averaging almost like 30 points a game. I think it is. Like there's been a few games where he's 30, 35 points. Today was 38. Like I think the only game that he fell short of 30 points was the game at Seattle. Like every other game outside of the Seattle game, was 31 points, 35 points. Like this kid is putting up numbers, and if this defense could just hold the defense to or the offense to 20 points, 23 points, like I feel like we could go all the way. Like this team is loaded from offense, defense, even special teams. Mitch Wishnowsky, I know a lot of people were hating on Mitch Wishnowsky, but man, that guy is pinning it deep, inside the 10-yard line, 5-yard line. Like he's actually getting a lot better too. Just as a punter, I've actually been very impressed with some of his kicks. Like they're, a lot of people didn't like him at first, but now he's becoming a really good.
You're talking about Mitch?
Mitch, yeah.
I've liked Mitch all year.
I've seen it. I've seen the hate, but I love Mitch. I think he was awesome.
Right.
I still think we drafted him too fucking early.
Too high. Right.
And I think that was ridiculous.
I think a lot of fans hate on draft picks just because they don't like where they were taken. So if they see anything they don't like, oh man, that was a waste of a pick. You know what I mean? And they never give it a chance.
Here's a fun fact for Mitch Wishnowsky. Before I read off the stat, I'll say this: I got 99 problems, but a Mitch ain't one. Because this season he has 32 punts inside the 20-yard line. So I'm gonna applaud him for that. 32 punts within the 20-yard line. He's doing his job. Right. And zero block punts.
That's great.
Hell yeah.
And there was something else that I wanted to bring up, but you guys were talking. And it's kind of about the I'll bring it up again about the whole George Kittle thing being a red zone threat. I mean, I got tired of just constantly seeing these highlights of Kelsey on the Chiefs, constantly getting these red zone touchdowns, and Kelsey getting all the spotlight and all the glitz and glamour. It's like, okay, look, we got our little tight end red zone weapon now. What are you gonna do about that? And Kelsey can't hold the stick to Kittle when it comes to blocking.
Yeah, well, that's because we had Jimmy, bro, and Jimmy needs 6 offensive linemen just to give him 5 seconds to throw a football. It was Jimmy.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact. I agree with Gino. We finally got a tight.
We paid Kittle $85 million so that Jimmy would have more time to throw rather than go get 11 touchdowns a year.
Mhm.
So
All right. So
No, it's
Mahoney,
facts.
hey Mahoney, been great. I got a special caller coming up, waiting in the wings. You've been awesome. I appreciate everybody who's called in today. Love it. I'm gonna try to make this a thing
Go.
that I do more often. So
before I get out of here, I need to hear you say it one more time, bro.
the go time.
It's go time, baby. Come on, let me hear it.
Bang bang Niner in the game. Here, I gotta do this better. It's go time, baby. Bang bang Niner gang. Let's
There you
go.
go. There you
Niners
go.
in the playoffs, baby. What you gonna do? Let's go. See you, Joey. Take care. We have waiting in the wings, none other. A great caller from the Bay Area. Goes by the name of Darwin. What's up, Darwin? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing great, man. We got John V here. He's always helped me out my post-game shows, and we got a lot of great people in the chat. Great to have you on, man. How's your day going?
It's going good so far. I wish I could have gone to the game today. I'm looking forward to going to the wild card, but it's pretty expensive right now.
Hey, sometimes you gotta dig a little deeper in those pockets for these playoff type games. I've done it before for the playoffs, and it's been well worth it. I'd say. I went to one that was a bit. I went to the Kyle Williams game, okay, but I think the overall experience. At the end of the day, it's like it is what it is. Hey, I don't have regrets. I went to it. I was there, but I have been to. But I was at the playoff game when Kaepernick went wild against the Green Bay Packers. It was actually the last game I attended at Cal State with my brother, God rest his soul. When Colin Kaepernick went wild against the Green Bay Packers, and it was a lot of fun, and I'll never forget that game till this day. So
I call it the Gazelle game.
oh yeah. I mean, and early on in that game, Cap threw a pick six, right? Remember, Cap threw that pick six, and this Green Bay Packers fan with a big gigantic cheese head. He kind of looked like Justin Smith. He kind of looked like Justin Smith with a big cheese head, and he was just talking all this shit before the game. And then he gets up and after the pick six and starts talking hella shit. That's it, Kaepernick. These are the fucking playoffs. These are the real deal games here, dog. You're gonna suck at these playoffs. And then after that, boom, the next drive, Kaepernick and Frank Gore get going, and it was history, And see ya, Aaron Rodgers. Discount double check your ass home. Gina, take care. Says bye bye. Hey, great having you on as a guest.
Gina, take care, fam.
It's great having her on. And she's definitely more than welcome to come on as a post game guest. Dan Castillo says that pass to Kittle almost looked like the catch. There's been a few Brock Purdy to Joe Kittle catches that kind of look like the catch. I don't know. Don't you guys think that? Darwin, do you ever notice that?
I haven't really noticed it.
Okay, it's just there's been a few plays where I see Purdy, slinging down to Kittle. Now it's not as climatic, but I just be like, well, that kind of reminds me of the catch. That's kind of nice. How about you, John V? Do you ever notice that?
I noticed clutch. I have not seen the Dwight Clark. I mean, I guess a little bit. That particular toe tap in the end zone just before half.
That was nice.
That's the one that Dan's regard. If that's what he's talking about right now, I can see it. I can see it a little bit, right? But what's most important about it is that, and Gina mentioned it earlier in the chat, Kittle can be a tight end again. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is now that red zone threat that he's always been, and you can't get enough of it. It's fucking fantastic.
Are you concerned about any team in the playoffs right now, Besh?
Am I concerned? Obviously the NFC. I'm a little concerned about the Vikings because Kirk Cousins airs that ball out deep to his nice receivers that he has. But obviously the Eagles are the obvious choice that I'd be concerned about. If we played them, it would be a road game. And then obviously if we were to make it to the Super Bowl, right? The AFC has some awesome quarterbacks. I mean, geez, man, Josh Allen, Mahomes, playing against those guys, I would definitely be concerned. But we'll take it. Joe Burrow. We'll take it 1 week at a time, though. We'll take it 1 week at a time.
Yep.
Well, the only team I'm kind of concerned about is the Eagles, only because we do tend to struggle with the more mobile guys.
We do. I mean, we made Stidham. We let Stidham run around a little too much,
I think, Darwin, to be honest with you, I think I would have to agree with Bash. It's Minnesota for me. It's Minnesota for me, and then maybe Dallas just after that, right? But Dak's also turning the ball over a lot more now. So Definitely Minnesota right now for the simple fact that Cousins does air it out to Jefferson, and Justin Jefferson. If he can get behind that, if he can get into that deep into that secondary, that's nasty. It's ugly, and honestly, it's that offensive line that Cousins has. You know, they're not slouches, so to speak. So it's the Justin Jefferson Cousins situation. They make me nervous, bro, for sure.
Anything else on your mind, Darwin? As we
And
head
then
into the
another
playoffs?
thing on my mind is I don't want to see any Jimmy G for the playoffs because I keep hearing these news that like he might be back and everything.
You know what?
Yeah, but let me ask you something, guys.
Ahead.
I want to ask you both. This is for you and Darwin Bash, and for the chat. When you listen, we know that Jimmy is not the guy in the playoffs, right? But we need a backup quarterback if we make a run in the playoffs. If we make a deep run, we do need someone to back up Purdy. It can't just be Purdy and then Josh Johnson, you know, because Josh Johnson doesn't give me any faith. I have no faith. Okay. I could be completely wrong. Okay. And you guys, Darwin, if you're more confident in a Josh Johnson than Jimmy G, tell me, and then tell me why. Please tell me why, if that's the case.
Hey, before we do that, but as soon as the Jimmy G content comes
Steve-O.
up, we haven't talked about him all show long, and here comes Steve-O lurking in the chat. Slander talk about Jimmy G going to be Karma SMFS. Okay, so go ahead, Darwin, because Darwin raised a question, by the way. So,
I don't trust just Josh Johnson at all, and also I don't trust Jimmy in the playoffs because he looks like a JV quarterback when it comes to the playoffs. Like,
no, man, I get it. I don't disagree.
And Warowski says they lock in the door for the playoffs and not giving Jimmy a key. You know what? He can come back as a backup, and that's fine as long as Purdy's.
Oh yeah, absolutely
healthy,
as a backup.
I'm
Absolutely
okay
as a backup.
I'm okay with it. You know, Little Truth says Jimmy gives me no faith. So, you know what? I mean, had Jimmy G played with confidence in these playoffs and did a few things and didn't make it look like he might have been the reason to blame, I think he'd get a lot less criticism. But his playoff stat line is way worse than the way he plays in the regular season, and that's just the bottom line. I don't want to say it's because Stone Cold said so, but he said, Kenny says, I would much rather have a half-assed Jimmy G than Josh Johnson as a back. I wanted to see Josh Johnson throw the ball today. I was like, okay, Kyle was confident to bring this guy in. But the thing is, we were up by 38 points. I get that we had that 38-point scoreboard, but it's just like, I want to see if this guy can throw. I haven't seen this guy since the Harbaugh days.
You can't air one out to Danny Gray? You couldn't give us something? Like, I got to see Josh Johnson's arm. Okay, a little bit of accuracy, put a little display.
Steve-O says Jimmy G's 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, have respect to move on. But what about his career playoff stat line? 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. It's like I said, it's worse when it comes to playoff time. So I don't know. Just, he's not playing right now. So it's Purdy, we see it's a Purdy show right now. That's how it pretty much boils down to. And we'll see from here on out. As far as really quick, I want to bring up like some stats for the year because I brought up the offensive stats for the year. And the leading tackler for the season, even though he didn't play today, was Dre Greenlaw. 127 total tackles. Fred Warner, 122. Our obvious sack leader is Nick Bosa. He had 18 and a half and 18 tackles for losses. He led the team in tackles for losses. Kevin Gibbons and Ebukam were tied for 7 tackles for losses. I believe Gibbons might be coming back. So we'll see.
I love some Givens, bro. Givens.
Oh yeah.
Givens is one of my X factors, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Givens is definitely one of my X factors.
Givens, and even Ridgeway wasn't doing too bad either. But
Hassan Ridgeway was awesome.
We lose some of these guys, and they're not big name guys. We're just kind of filling run of the middle in terms of names. They're not flashy. Even when you watch them, they're not flashy. But for whatever reason, when we have the number 1 run defense in the whole league, I mean, all these guys are just. In reality, they're balling. Not necessarily on the pass rush, but definitely in run stoppage. Hey Darwin, did you pay attention to Kinlaw today at all? Did you notice Kinlaw on the field?
I didn't really notice Kinlaw that much.
Yeah, I noticed him looking pretty bad in the first half. Did you see that, John V, when he was getting blocked pretty bad? I think it was on that one touchdown play, on the touchdown, the goal line.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean, I was kind of surprised because I know Kinlaw's like strong point is being this enforcer in the run game, and and I know he's not the pass rusher. I never expected him to be, a dominant pass rusher, but he's
I
still
really don't know what they asked of him, Bash. I don't know what they asked of him this game. Because he certainly wasn't in very long.
Actually, I did. I think I'm not sure if I saw him in the second half. Definitely saw him in the first half, and I thought Armstead was going to sit, but Armstead played today. He says this: can we agree that the best thing that happened to the Niners these last few weeks was Purdy playing, and now we chant for Jimmy? Oh, all right. And Steve-O says we don't chant for Jimmy. Just show some respect and move on. Okay. Worowski says I gave up. This thing will never end until Jimmy's off the team, guys. Even though Purdy's
it'll never end even when he's not here. It will always be it'll always be what it is, and it's all right, man. I'm never gonna fault you guys for it. You guys, listen, we're fans of the same team. You have every right to your opinion, and it's a concern for some of us. It's a concern for others. I get it. But I'm with the few that will probably, I'm far more confident with Jimmy G, as hard as it is for me to say that, and we'll put that to bed. I am more confident with the Jimmy G backing up Purdy than Josh Johnson. And that's all we got, family. That's it. Like, we don't know what we have in Josh Johnson. We don't know at all. So that's that. You know what I mean? That's it.
Hey, Darwin, anything else you want to talk about that we haven't covered yet?
Anything else so far? No, I think that's all I have for right now.
Okay. Well, hey, it's been great having you on, man. We're going to wrap things up, actually. So really, really appreciate it. Appreciate everybody in the chat, by the way. We had a great turnout. I know we went on late. It's actually 11 o'clock on the East, about to be 11 o'clock on the East Coast. So we appreciate everybody who came on. So thank you for coming on,
Darwin. 2 a.m. over here, my man.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna shut down in just a moment. Great having you on, Darwin. All right. Take care, man.
You too.
All right. Take care, bro. I'm not even going to read that comment because, oh boy. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's too funny. Hey, once again, thank you for everybody hopping on in the chat. It was a great game. To my knowledge, no serious injuries. I see this new guy right here, Joey Kaim Alter. I don't recognize this guy, but hey, welcome to the chat. Great to have you on. And I pretty much did my job in terms of welcoming everybody. I don't think I missed anybody in terms of new chatters that did come on. And I appreciate all you guys. It's super late out here. Worowski says, I'd love to see Jimmy holding a clipboard in Niner uniform, not a football. It never ends. It never ends in chat. So I'm not even going to, I made the mistake of reading that. But hey, Worowski, we love you, man. I wanted you to call in, actually. I'd love to see some people call in to get in our future shows. I'm going to try to make this thing a normal thing, especially now that we have the playoffs going. And Kenny says, bang, bang, Niner gang. So for those of you guys who are not subscribed or not familiar with John V, he does have a YouTube channel that's I put the link for it in the description box of this video. And go ahead, John V, and just let them know about the YouTube channel that you're a part of. Let them know.
Bash, I tell you this every time we do these shows. You have a phenomenal chat. You're good people. I love this chat. Always a good time. They're all respectful, good people, man. You guys can catch me at the Locker Room Rant. It's a show with a Buffalo Bills fan, a Browns fan, and myself, a 49er fan. We are three best friends. We chop it up about the league. We cover our respective teams. We're actually going to be doing a collaboration with a Kansas City with the Kingdom Live podcast on Tuesday night. Three great guys, Kansas City fans. We just want to talk about the playoffs. And if you guys are interested in in a channel that talks about the majority of the league, all the teams, playoff aspirations, postseasons, this, that, and the other, you guys can catch us over at the Locker Room Rant, family. Appreciate you.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying this because I'm friends with the guy. I actually became friends with him much more so in the recent months. But before I was really good buddies with him, his show is amazing on the Locker Room Rant. It's just him and the way they go back and forth, they argue and clown on each other and yell at each other and cuss at each other. It's a great dialogue, man. It's a great dialogue. Brandon, what's up, Brandon, from Forever Faithful Podcast? Check out his YouTube channel. It's a good show, guys. Going on live Tuesday if you want to join John V. I should be on that live stream as well. And he's asking if I think you're running your show at the same time though. And Dan says, same to you, John. You are good people. You always have a good attitude, bro. Sounds awesome.
I appreciate that, Dan. I really do. I appreciate that. I try to, man.
Yeah. Dan, I was hoping he'd call in today. I know he called in before last year during the playoffs, and I'd love to have you back on as a call-in. And John V.
Hey, we got Dan, John. Bash.
Oh my gosh. That's stupid.
It's all good, bro.
I was trying to be serious.
That damn ring light's got you jacked up.
Oh, I have a gigantic ring light just hovering right over me.
That thing's like the sun.
Yeah, it is like the sun. And I got another one to the side of me. I got lights just shining on me like crazy. But I was gonna say on a more serious note, DeMar Hamlin, you got his picture up on the green screen. I see that.
I love it.
I know
man.
Your boy, you're really one of your best friends, Tony's a Buffalo Bills fan. I know the guy recently, just really, really great guy. Tony's awesome. So it looks like the prayers are working a bit for DeMar Hamlin, but keep up the prayers for DeMar Hamlin. We want a super speedy recovery back to 100%. And who knows, maybe a recovery where he could possibly miraculously play back in the NFL if it got that good. Who knows? Jeremy Renner, I think he's recovering properly. He's a former 49er fan. He got caught. He's the actor from the Avengers series, a local guy from Northern California, and he got caught up in that bad. I saw a picture of him with the nurses, and he looked like he was smiling and in good spirits. He was still in his bed. Not sure what the story is with his leg. I thought they were going to amputate his leg because he's got his damn leg ran over by a damn snowplow. It was a very serious injury. So prayers out to him. Prayers out to DeMar Hamlin. And one more, former Brown. Not sure what else teams he played on, but Peyton Hillis. I mean, I don't know where he was. Maybe you know the story better than me, but he tried to save his kids.
It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. I don't know the specifics.
I think it sucks. Nobody's talking about it. That's what's really pissing me off.
I mean, I try to bring light to it, my man. I have. We're gonna cover a great deal of it on Tuesday. I'm gonna get the entire story so I can put it out there the way that it deserves to be. But for what I gather, and the most important part of the entire story is that former running back Peyton Hillis and his family, his children were in the ocean. They were drowning. And as a father, he rescued his children, and he nearly paid with his life. I believe his lungs are in a bad way right now. And I believe some of his organs are also giving him a hard time. So prayers out to that young man and his children, bro. Two beautiful kids. A father, a parent's absolute worst nightmare is to bury your children. And in this case, he was able to rescue his children and be a true hero to his kids. And I'm praying for this man. The thing about this is this, Peyton Hillis is a former running back, right? Retired back in, I believe, 2015. So his NFL career stopped there. But, he's still part of a brotherhood and in the NFL. And I do believe no matter what, that you deserve the recognition. You saved your children and you almost paid with your life. So that's a story that probably doesn't get the spotlight that it should.
Exactly, because it wasn't on the field.
Because it was foreshadowed by a current situation. And that's okay, man. It's up to us, you and myself, Bash, to bring it to light and share it with as many people as we can. So, Joe, I believe it was last week. I could be mistaken. I was so involved with the DeMar Hamlin situation that I just read about it. I said my prayers, and I'm going to do my best to put it out there. And if you guys are on Twitter, if you guys are on social media, do it. Just search it, share it, retweet it. Just bring some recognition to it, guys, because he's a parent, man, and he almost faced his worst fear. It gives me goosebumps thinking about it. You know, if you guys got kids in the house, as a parent, this is everything you live for. So I can't say enough about him. I'm proud of him, man. And I love it. I love it. It's a great story, and I hope he survives, man.
Me too. It's terrible if he was. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing that he saved his kids' lives. I flashed a picture on the screen, and all our prayers go out to him for a speedy, full recovery.
Yes,
it just sucks that it's not getting the type of press that it should, and that we get it because of what happened with Damar Hamlin, and then even Jeremy Renner. He's a known actor, but people should definitely be talking about Peyton Hillis. Corey says he's subscribed to the Locker Room Rant channel, so that's cool. And
thank you, Corey. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everybody in the chat. Thank you for all the callers. Great game today. We're off to play Seattle on Saturday. It's going to be awesome. Great having you on, John V. It's awesome.
Always, brother. Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure with you. Your chat is fire, man. I love those guys, brother. I love you. Stay safe. I know you're facing rainfall like Seattle. So be safe, my man.
Yes, sir.
Take care of yourself, brother. Always a pleasure. I appreciate you.
Thank you guys for watching 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. Keep repping those 49ers and stay 49er minded. Peace. Let's beat the Sea Chickens. Fuck Seattle. Let's go.
Fuck Seattle, bro.
Let's go. Come on, 49er Faithful. Let's get it.
Because it's 49er mind.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mind. It's 49er mind.
We gotta get that brick by brick real quick.
49er mind.
Yeah. Yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mind.
We from the Bay.
49er mind.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mind.
We got that red and gold blood inside.